Hello heroes, Joe Smith here again. Got another little story to pass along. Basketball and economics. You see, back like 50, 60 years ago, growing up as a kid, this is even back before Joe Smith was a kid, but back 50, 60 years ago, or longer, growing up as a kid, if you like to play basketball, you could dream of being in the pros someday. If you're good, you can make it to the pros. Oh, then one day, some super tall guy joined a basketball team. 7 foot tall. Rest of the players were like 6 foot, 5.5. He's able to hold the ball higher than everyone else. He was able to dunk even. He can run faster. He can jump higher. His team always won. So then the coaches on the other team decided that they needed someone that was 7 foot tall. So they went out and started recruiting taller people and teaching them how to play basketball, and that way their team started winning. It got to the point where the team started becoming taller and taller and taller. 6 foot tall ended up becoming the minimum. Then 6'1", then 6'2". Nowadays, players in the NBA are all like 6.5 foot tall or taller. And now kids growing up nowadays, instead of dreaming of being good at basketball so they could be in the NBA when they grow up, they gotta dream and pray and hope that they grow up to be 7 foot tall. And then, if they do, they can be good at basketball and hopefully maybe dream of being in the pros. But it's got to where more and more people are now just have no option of ever playing in the NBA. Because they're just not tall enough. Well, now that every year we have more and more people not qualified to be in the NBA, should we, and the people that are in it, should we go ahead and raise minimum basketball hoop height from 10 foot to 12 foot, or 14 foot, or even 15 foot? Have a 15 foot minimum height for the basketball rim? So that way, only the players that are over 7.5 foot tall can dunk. And then that way, a bunch of the current players will no longer be tall enough to play in the NBA and no longer be tall enough to dunk. Is that going to solve it? If you're already too short, if you already can't dunk, it's raising the minimum height and the minimum that you gotta be and the minimum height of the rim going to help you? No, it's just going to put more people that are already in the league out of a job. And that's what raising the minimum wage is doing. It's not helping people make more money. The ones that are already above the minimum wage, maybe. The ones that are already tall enough, that can jump high enough, yeah, it's helping them. It's helping protect their jobs. Because those that are tall enough and can jump high enough don't have to worry about some 5.5 foot tall guy coming along that might be able to run faster but can't jump higher. It's protecting the jobs of the people that are already above that minimum from people coming in and taking their jobs are shorter. And it's making it harder for the people that aren't as smart, aren't as fast, aren't as educated, aren't as skilled or talented. Maybe even have disabilities. It's keeping all those people out of a job. Because now they can't meet the new minimum requirements to get that job. Minimum requirements get that job keep going up. It's like if you raise the basketball hoop to 12 foot or 14 or 15 foot. Well, the minimum height is going to go from 6.5 to 7 to 7.5 to 8. Yeah, the players that are over 7 feet tall, they'll be making more money and they won't have to worry about losing their job even if they are only 20% free throws. Because they're at least still tall enough to dunk. They don't have to worry about a 6.5 foot tall player coming in that's like 80% free throw shooter but too short to dunk. He'll be too short to make the minimum requirements. So, all you children out there that already don't have a job or keep getting laid off because you're not smart enough, you're not fast enough, you're not skilled enough, you're not educated enough, you don't have enough years experience, you don't have a college degree. Well, raising the bar, raising to get hired, raising the minimum wage is raising the bar to get hired. If you're not getting hired now because the bar's too high for you, well, raising it ain't going to help. It's just going to make sure you never get hired. Be jobless forever. And the people that are working currently, that might be good enough for the $10 hour minimum wage. They might not be good enough for the $15 hour minimum wage, and then they might lose their job and never ever get hired again. So yeah, raising the minimum wage is great for the best and brightest and smartest and fastest and most skilled and the ones that can learn more and get even faster if needed. But if you can't, you're SOL. So think about that. Be careful what you wish for. It's a Joe Smith story about basketball and economics. Joe Smith signing out.